say you must learn to walk before you can run. You must feel some hurt before you taste the pleasures of love. But be careful, boy, be sure you know the price you've got to pay. You see, I'm paying for it dearly every day. She took the little pride I had left in me and changed me into something that I don't want to be. Yes, she pulls a string and I jump to her beck and call. Wish I'd learned to run before she made me crawl. She just won't let me forget where I was bound, a lost and lonely loser on the wrong side of town. And the night she took me in like a puppy from the cold, but like the devil I'm afraid she bought my soul. She took the little pride I had left in me and changed me into something that I don't want to be. Yes, she pulls a string and I jump to her beck and call. Wish I'd learned to run before she made me crawl. Wish I'd learned to run before she made me crawl. I used to carry Billy Jones on the crossbar of my bike. Folks thought that we were brothers 'cause we looked so much alike. But he lived on the next farm about a half a mile from ours. Whenever folks saw me, they knew Billy wasn't far. Billy and I grew wild and free, never had a care, taking every crazy chance, accepting any dare. Each new town meant a party, then we'd move on down the line. And the thought of growing older just never crossed our minds. The West Coast found us tired and broke, looking for a bed. A hostel gave us food and drink, a place to rest our heads. We met a lot of people there, just as down as us. Men who once were solid stone, now driven down to dust. I'll take you home, Billy Jones, to the mountains and the snow. You know the place we left so many years ago. I begged you not to touch that needle, boy, but you just had to try it. I'll take you home, Billy Jones, to die. I begged you not to touch that needle, boy, but you just had to try. I'll take you home, Billy Jones, to die. Margie, we've come a just gave up. But each time you gave me the strength to see it through. Oh, Margie, I never would have made it if I didn't have you. If I didn't have you beside me when things went wrong, I'd be like a poet without a pen and a half-written song. Yes, you finished up each line and helped me with the tune. If I didn't have you. Oh, Margie, I never would have made it if I didn't have you. Baby's crying, Lord, she's hungry, and we just ran out of food. Lord, you know I feel so helpless, but there ain't nothing I can do. I've been out there looking for work every morning without fail, but it seems they don't have jobs for a man who's been to jail. I've been walking up and down the concrete canyons of the city, wearing out the soles on my shoes. I've been walking up and down the concrete canyons of the city, hearing don't be calling us, son, we'll call you. There's a train that leaves at midnight. How I wish I had the fare to get me a one-way ticket and take me on out of here. They'd be better off without me. She'd do much better with me gone, 'cause Lord knows she's a good woman, and everything I touch goes wrong. I've been walking up and down the concrete canyons of the city, wearing out the soles on my shoes. I've been walking up and down the concrete canyons of the city, hearing don't be calling us, son, we'll call you. Hearing don't be calling us, son, we'll call you. George, millions know your name. It's a heavy load to carry, but you can't hide your pain. Oh, they'll put you on a pedestal and push you till you fall. but she's gone. Still, that ain't no reason why you can't go on. George, the good Lord chose you to sing out his wish, and from his window up above gave you a special gift. George, look what you're doing to yourself. I've walked the same road you're on, and I've lived through that same hell. And it's so nice to be back with God and sanity. George, you're hurting you, but Lord knows you're killing me. Oh, Jesus will forgive you for all the wrong you've done. He'll wipe that old slate clean and put the devil on the run. Yes, he'll cast out the demons and give you back your soul. George, his hand is right there. Reach out and take a hold. I'd love to watch the dust dance on the sun's morning rays as they streak through my window and fall on you where you lay. And I'd love to be there with you and love you as you wait. But you're talking about forever, and that's a promise I can't make. I don't like to talk about forever. I'm not made that way. 'Cause like the fickle wind that blows, I might someday change, and I'd rather leave you loving me than stay and live in misery. If that sounds funny, well, isn't my love strange? I'm not saying I'll walk with you down any aisle. Let's not talk about a family, at least not for a while. And I might pay for my attitude in my twilight years, but I'd rather die alone, man, than see you shed a tear. I don't like to talk about forever. I'm not made that way. 'Cause softly to my bedside in the evening, and I always thought that she was satisfied. Then I woke up to the sound of her leaving. She went searching for the love that I denied. Too much woman, not enough man. She needed love, and I didn't understand. She took all I gave her, and I took her for granted. Now I don't deserve a love like her. She's just too much of a woman. Still think about the days when she loved me, and all the happiness that could have been. Too much woman, not enough man. She needed love, and I didn't understand. All I gave her, and I took her for granted. Now I don't deserve a love like her. She's just too much of a woman. Now I don't deserve a love like hers. She's just too much of a woman. Stetson hats, cowboy boots, Levi shirts, denim suits, he's a cowboy. His Mustang is 10 years old, still it's got a lot of soul. It's a good old car. He tells everyone he sees that he comes from Tennessee. He's got that drawl. Chet and Waylon are his friends. Wished he was with them again at Tootsie's. He's a New York City cowboy, raised up in the Bronx, telling lies to get by and get the things he wants, living out his fantasies, and he really does believe he's a cowboy. Listen to his lies, and he can tell them. Talks about the Nashville scene, a place where he ain't never been, and they believe him. Talks about the ranch he owns, $100,000 home. Who's he kidding? He's been to jail with Johnny Cash, night that him and Hag got smashed. Who's he kidding? He's a New York City cowboy, raised up in the Bronx, telling lies to get by, get the things he wants, living out his fantasies, and he really does believe he's a cowboy. Living out his fantasies, and he really does believe he's a cowboy. I've been gone for oh so long, Virginia, but when I left, you promised that you'd wait. Now I've heard talk that you've changed, Virginia. Lord, I pray that it's not too late. Tell me what they're telling me ain't true, Virginia. I can't believe you've gone from good to bad. Say they're lying, and I'll believe you, sweet Virginia. No, I won't lose the only love I've had. They say you've grown accustomed to the nightlife, and scarlet is the color of your clothes. But I remember innocence, Virginia, your smiling face and freckles on your nose. Tell me what they're telling me ain't true, Virginia. I can't believe you've gone from good to bad. Say they're lying, and I'll believe you, sweet Virginia. No, I won't lose the only love I've had. No, I won't lose the only love I've had. From where we live to where I work is only 7 blocks, and I'm sure with a little bit of effort it wouldn't take very much to walk. Still, we've got 2 cars parked in a mortgage driveway, and it's getting a whole lot harder, girl, just living from day to day. 'Cause we're living above our means, girl. Follow the American dream, girl. You know it just ain't right. We'll never see daylight, 'cause we're living above our means. We had Had to be hip, so we took a trip. Didn't pay the bill at the store. Now the man from the finance company's knocking down our front door. There ain't no sense to run, girl. There ain't nowhere to hide. And when they're packing all of our furniture out, there ain't no sense to cry. 'Cause we're living above our means, girl. Follow the American dream, girl. You know it just ain't right. We'll never see daylight, 'cause we're living above our means. You know it just ain't right. We'll never see daylight, 'cause we're living above our means.